Electric Motor Division, General Motors Corporation, Maintenance Instruction, Applications Cyprina, RA Grease, Motor Armature Bearings, MI 6850. Maintenance Inspection represented with the input with the recommendation for operating Grease, Cyprina with the RA Grease, with the Armature Bearing, with the U, with the locomotive traction, with similar motors, with the other application logs, with the C, with the Grease Bearing, with the being realized, carefully following with the procedure given. The discretion precisely measured quantity with the lubrication carefully with the will specifically designed to will produce the properly back bearing with the cleanliness should prevail through all the operations. Similarly, seal with lubricating bills show that the Cyprina RA grade 3 should be used with importance following the suggested specific outline of these instructions could be emphasized with the giving a short explanation how the degree app lubricate with the bearing during the operation. Fundamental lubrication is accomplished the following way: when applied with the required when applied is recommended with the oil bleed with the required with the area of the contact with the area with the intimate cage and the roller end grease contact with itself with a small amount with the grease, thus gradually releasing oil lubricant. Solid path grease with the contact area with the force of the released air oil to the bearing, the pick up the coin with the grease spread with the roller cage assembly inside outside general preventing roller skidding. Four, by purpose leaving the space free with the grease over the top of the bearing, covered with the churning with the liquefaction, limited dividend motor subject with the road shock with the section, analyze the guideline, and serve the provide with the PE and CE bearing cup with the CE bearing cap which help to prevent premature oxidation, purging the bearing grease. Maintenance preparation for the grease application for the particular care. Attention should be given the proper application grease, lubricant, armature bearing with the procedure listed below should be observed. All assembly parts must be thoroughly cleaned. All the foreign material of the previous lubricant, all cleaning so must be removed. All parts perfectly dry before the blind grease. Keep new remanufactured bearing with the wrapping until the application of the grease. The lubricant applied with these bearing will be packed. It's incompatible with the Cyprina RA grease. Therefore, it kept clean with the need not to be washed. Cyprina grade 3 with grease must be used exclusively, not mixed with the other lubricants. Adequate lubricant usually depends on the price of the weight of the grease, with the determined with the accurate with the scale of the tubeless grease, the detrimentals of the service life of the bearing too little. Cleanliness could be ensured to obtain with the grease directly covered container with the U with a hand motor driven pump with the type that will not soften and harden plus or minus ASCM penetration with the grease during the handling of the pump is not used. The extra precaution must be used to prevent contamination of the grease with the pail. The drum of the grease should be handled with a clean piece of the oil-proof paper. 5. A clean steel braid spatula putty knife should be used during intermediate handling with the grease of the bearing part of the bearing bare hands should be avoided wherever possible to prevent accidental inclusion of the dirt and other contaminants. Any CEP bearing cover the CE bearing caps are not equipped with the nylon anti-churn insert with a converted to receive the insert shown in Figure 1. CE bearing cap at 6 1/8 of an inch diameter and 7 9/40 of an inch diameter PE bearing cap. Show the cap here, anti-showman insert modification. Grease application, applying with the grease to the bearing components. Keep in mind the importance of using all of the grease measure for each specified specific operation. Bearing cap that covers, after removing the thorough cleaning of the part, install with a new anti-churn with the insert with the wear cap with the labyrinth groove with the bearing cap with the pinion end cover that should be filled with flush with the grease with the Figure 2. The grease need depth to be measured. 3. Weigh the piece of the paper will be used with a handle with the grease that must be compensated with the weighing of the grease. Carefully weigh with the grease and specific bearing with the B-pack over the tab with the proper quantity with the grease after one with the special putty knife apply with the grease the cap with the cover. Make sure with the packed on with the lip and the recessed section without air void. Grease should be solidly packed only with the lower 200 degrees, 270 degrees, depending on the part specified quantity with the cap over the caping of the ungreased portion with the top of them over the operating position. Figure 3 with the bottom of the cap and the cover that determines as follows. The CE bearing cover head with a narrow drain slide at the bottom. PE bearing cover has the 3 1/4 inch drain slide at the bottom of the CE and PE bearing caps have 2 drain holes at the bottom, and it shows a grease position. 7. Using a spatula roughly form with the grease in approximately desired contour. Figure 4 will apply with correct grease mass to determine the service data. 8. Rotate grease mass in the proper contour, keeping it in see with the Figure 5. The serve of the terms must be required with the using spatula fill low spots. Grease must be masked. Figure 4 shows roughly formed grease contour. 5 figures the application with a grease mask. Small amount of the grease retained with a mask belly should be removed and applied with the end of the grease. Figure 6 shows the contour with a grease arc applied with the bearing. Figure 7 illustrates with the package PE and CE caps covers. Communicator and pinion end E models, pinion end. CE bearing cover, CE bearing cap, bearing outer race, bearing inner race. PE bearing cover, PE bearing cap, roller bearing, cage bearing assembly. Demountable cage type with the removal of the roller cage, assemble the outer race with the special work grease, the outside jam with the roller cage, assemble the figure 8 with the coating of the roller with the threading of the grease, the cage pocket with the roller, replace roller cage in the outer race, work with the grease around inside jam with the roller into the cage and the pockets, figure 9, use full amount of grease specified and for the bearing caution. If removing the replacing roller cage, assemble the outer race with assembly must be handled squarely to prevent gouging, deforming cage bear bars on the outer race, figure 8 show the counting and outside jam with the rolling gauge assembly. T-mounting cage shaft apply with the inside jam and a roller cage assembly spatula working in the grease, rotating the cage until the specified grease is then thoroughly distributed. Assemble the bearing shown in figure 8 and 9 with a light coat with the inner races before assembling outer race roller cage assembly applying with the caps and coat with the grease arc of the lower portion of figure 10. Show the 9 coating inside jam with a roller cage and assembly figure 10 assembling CE bearing cover. Bearing application. Surface data. Printed grade 3 local lubrication grade. Grease mask communicator. H cover with insert with commutator. End cover insert commutator. End cap pin. End cap cover the B models pen. End cap cover E models pen. End cap cover G77 X3A G77 B models built after January 1st, 1971. Grease quantity by weight plus or minus 1/4 ounce 70 grams. Demountable cage. And that was Electric Motor Division, General Motors Corporation Maintenance Instruction Application Cyprina R8 grease to motor armature bearings. Maintenance Instruction 6850 Revision B.